For more than 6 decades, the mysterious and heartbreaking circumstances surrounding Jeff Chandler's death have lingered like a shadow over Hollywood's golden age. Chandler, one of the most recognizable leading men of the 1950s, was admired for his rugged good looks, signature silver hair, and unforgettable performances in films like Broken Arrow, Merrill's Marauders, and Sign of the Pagan. But behind the fame, the applause, and the carefully crafted studio image was a man struggling with pressures the public never truly understood. And now, as new details and long silent voices step forward, the truth about what really happened to Jeff Chandler and why he died so young is finally being pieced together. What's emerging is a story far darker and more tragic than what fans were told at the time. The official cause of Chandler's death was complications from a routine surgery, but those who knew the actor insist the story was never that simple. Chandler had injured his back while playing baseball with friends, a minor accident that should have been easily treated. Instead, it set off a catastrophic chain of medical decisions that would ultimately cost him his life. When he checked into the hospital for what was considered a straightforward operation, he trusted the doctors and the system that was supposed to protect him. But a shocking error occurred, one so severe that it could hardly be dismissed as a mere accident. Reports now reveal that Chandler was given an excessive amount of anesthesia, far beyond what was safe, causing massive internal complications. Even worse, attempts to fix the damage only made his condition spiral out of control. Those close to Chandler have always suspected a deeper issue: negligence, cover-ups, and a desperate attempt to protect reputations rather than save a man's life. In the final hours before Chandler's passing, insiders say the atmosphere inside the hospital shifted from confidence to panic. Nurses whispered. Doctors avoided eye contact. No one could fully explain how a healthy 42-year-old star went from walking into a hospital to leaving in a coffin. His friends were left stunned, his family shattered, and Hollywood scrambling to control the narrative. Studios pushed for silence, painting Chandler's death as a tragic medical misfortune rather than exposing the errors that led to it. Even more disturbing are the testimonies that have surfaced over the years, suggesting that this wasn't just a case of medical mismanagement. It was a tragedy made worse by egos, poor judgment, and a refusal to admit wrongdoing. Several medical professionals reportedly disagreed about how to treat Chandler once complications began, arguing instead of acting quickly. One nurse later claimed she witnessed panic overtaking the operating room, describing the situation as chaos disguised as professionalism. By the time help was finally called in, it was too late. Chandler was already slipping away. And then came the aftermath. Rather than a transparent investigation, what happened behind closed doors looked more like an orchestrated effort to save reputations. Medical records were vague, reports were inconsistent, and questions were left unanswered for years. Chandler's death, once dismissed as an unfortunate accident, now stands as one of Hollywood's most troubling examples of how a beloved star can fall victim to incompetence, and how the truth can be buried to protect the powerful. Today, the Jeff Chandler mystery is no longer just a mystery. It's a chilling reminder of how vulnerable even the biggest stars can be, how the brightest careers can be extinguished in an instant, and how long the truth can remain hidden. As the final pieces of this tragic story come together, one thing is painfully clear. Jeff Chandler didn't just die too young. He was failed by the very people entrusted with his life. His legacy lives on, but the truth of what happened is finally impossible to ignore.